Marie hopped off her stool, then stopped and shook her head. No, never mind. I don't want to see it. She frowned. Or do I? It's your call. Sighing, she flapped her hand. Lay it on me. I held the phone up, and her nose wrinkled as she studied it. Is he trying to be artistic, do you think? Beats me. Maybe he's trying to imply he has two penises like a snake. Marie's eyebrows raised as she transferred her attention from the dick pic to me. Snakes have two penises? I nodded as I blocked and reported Mr. Double Penis. I blocked and reported every unsolicited dick pic I received, and yet they still kept coming. Like a snowstorm or a zombie horde. There seemed to be an unlimited supply of men eager to send photos of their genitals to total strangers. Which went a long way to explaining why I was still single at 48. They're called hemipenes, I said, referring to the snake penises. I was a voracious reader, which meant I'd collected a lot of weird and useless information that I enjoyed trotting out like a party trick when the opportunity arose. They've got one connected to each testis. Fun fact, they can choose which penis they want to use when they have sex. And female snakes have two clitorises, called hemiclitories. That just sounds like a lot of extra trouble. Marie brushed her blonde hair off her shoulder with a sniff. If that's what this guy's going for, it's not as appealing as he thinks it is. Penises rarely are. I made sure to swallow my coffee before opening the next DM to avoid further spit takes. Message number 2. Also a penis, but an uninspired one. This was a standard-issue shot of a standard-issue penis. Bad lighting, awkward angle, poor composition, unflattering background. Yawn. Marie went to the sink to rinse her yogurt cup and spoon. At least the last guy gets credit for trying something. I don't get why so many men think we're dying to see their trouser snakes. Don't they know women pass these pictures around to their friends and laugh at them? I moved on to the next message, which contained only 2 words. Hi, dear. Having been at this for so long, I instantly recognized it as the trademark salutation of spammers, scammers, catfishers, and volatile old men. Delete. My friend Sandra is a psychiatrist, and she says unsolicited nude photos aren't about sex. They're a way of exerting power and control. Like catcalling and indecent exposure. I'd read something to that effect myself. Exactly. Marie frowned thoughtfully as she leaned up against the counter. But honestly, I have a hard time understanding how these desperate randos spamming out their sad beans and wieners think they're exerting any power by inviting our mockery. I shrugged as I deleted an obvious phishing scam trying to get me to click on a link to a malware site. Apes and male monkeys commonly display their erect penises to indicate sexual interest to females. So what you're saying is all these men dropping their weens into women's DMs is what happens when you give an ape access to a smartphone? Makes sense to me. And we're up to 3 dicks now. More bad lighting and awkward composition. The poor guy had posed his pecker next to a TV remote. For size comparison, I could only presume. While I didn't condone body shaming, I did feel free to judge their poor photography skills and lack of imagination. If you were going to hang your entire seduction technique on a photo of your hairy hot dog, at least put a little effort into it. How many messages left? Marie asked. Just 1. If it has a dick in it, you win. She held up a hand with her fingers crossed. Come on, Dick. Here goes. I made a dramatic show of clicking on the message. And we have a dick. Woohoo! Marie did a little victory dance in front of the break room fridge. My dick's spidey sense is second to none. A 20-something man wearing bright orange Beats headphones, the sole occupant of the co-working space outside the break room, looked up from his laptop to cast a curious glance at us. I offered him an apologetic smile for our rowdiness, and he returned it with a careless shrug before bending his head to his laptop once more.